Hi there, Pastor Lanre here. First things first, how are you? Really, how are you doing? I trust that you're keeping safe. One thing I can tell you is that this season, this also, it will pass. It will pass. All right, welcome to another edition of Pastor Lanre Uncensored. Today, I have a very, very interesting discussion to have with you. And it is another question. These days I get a lot of questions. It's another question that people have asked me, and I want to be able to share a few things concerning that question with you. And what am I dealing with today? Pastor, I am married, but I'm falling for somebody else. What am I supposed to do? I am married, but I'm falling for somebody else. What am I supposed to do? I will be right back, but before we get into that, let us take this time of worship with the phenomenal, faithful Banuna.
I know God, whose mercy full and kind, faithful and gracious. I'm the apple of his eyes, the thought that fills his heart every morning, noon and night. He loved me when I didn't care, and was patient till I came running back into his arms. See how he turned my life around, make me shining star, his glory to reveal. I will worship him forever, love him forever. This God is too good. Oh, I will worship him, worship him forever, and love him forever, because this God is too good. Lift your hands, everybody. Don't look too far to see how good he is. Just look at me. He took me from the miry clay, hey, set my feet upon a rock, yes. Now I'm standing in his righteousness. Oh, he took away my sin and shame, gave me a brand new name, his beloved and he redeemed. Hey, I love this. See how he turned my life around, make me a shining light, hey, his glory to reveal. I will worship. I love you, Jesus. I love you forever, forever. This God is too good. Oh, I will worship him. Hey, as long as I live, as long as I breathe, forever. This God is too good. I love you, Jesus. This God is too good. Hey.
Wow. Isn't Faithful such a powerful worship leader? I'm sure you'll agree with me. Now to the business of the day. You know, when people get married, a lot of us kind of think that it is forever. We're going to be happy. We're going to live happily ever after. But as days roll into weeks, weeks rolls into months, months into years, different things begin to happen in the marriage that makes people wonder. And every now and again, I get asked this question. Pastor, I am married, but I am finding myself falling in love with somebody else. Now, the truth is that this is easy. If the person is not in close proximity to you, the easy answer is remove yourself from that environment, and because you are not feeding that fire, it will die. But what happens when the person that you are falling for is someone you cannot avoid seeing? And you can't avoid seeing the person. You probably work in the same space or in the same environment, or you live in close proximity to each other, or you are part of in the same department in church. I mean, it could be for any different permutation of reason. What do you do? Now, a few things I'm going to say to you is this. Now, if you are in close proximity to the person, it is a very tricky thing to navigate, because it is easier if the object of your affection is not, or the subject of your affection is not available. If that person is available, it makes it a whole lot more difficult. All right? Now, I say this is two ways. Now, it's possible for you to be falling for someone who is not falling for you. That one is easy. If you're falling for someone and the person is not falling for you, that is easy. But what do you do when you're falling for the person and the person is also falling for you? Well, regardless, because you are married, you are in an emotional relationship with this person. So, a few questions. I had a friend say this, and it really blessed me, that when you find yourself in this kind of situation, the first thing you want to ask yourself is track your own history. Am I the kind of person that falls in and out of love very quickly? Do I fall in love and I fall out of love? Now, this is proud to be married. Because, you know, if that is you, your situation is simpler. Because it simply means with time, it will go, because you have a track record of falling in and out of love. But if that is not you, there are a few things you must begin to do. You must develop some level of emotional maturity, where you will have the will and the strength to decide how your life is going to go. You need emotional maturity to be able to decide certain things. And part of what I'm talking about is the fact that you even like something doesn't mean that you can have it. You know, a lot of people like pizza, but how many pizzas can you eat really? After a while, it gets tiring. All right, and so because you know that, even though you like it, you don't take it all the time. One of the things you can also do is that you can assert yourself. And you can refuse to be a slave to your emotions. All right? At other times, it's not even that you are emotionally weak. At other times, it's just, okay, you know what? Let me address emotional weakness. See, we all have triggers. We all have people that make us feel in a particular way. All right? Once you identify your triggers, then it helps you to know how to stay away from those kind of people. Every person that has come to the age of maturity, you know the kind of people that you are prone to. So you want to find a better way to manage those kind of relationships, because some of them you are not able to walk away from. For instance, I'm a pastor, and there are certain people I will never work with. Unfortunately. They may be the best at the job, but because of what I know about me, there are certain kind of people that I will not let myself come in that kind of close proximity to. All right. So if you know your triggers, you can manage your emotions. Now, at times, it's not that you're even emotionally weak. At times, it's just that you're careless. A lot of things happen when we are careless. You know that you're already prone to this person. So why are you sending the person flirtatious chats? What are you doing that for? Why are you trying to find out whether they really like you or not? Because you may open a can that you are not able to close. All right? So you want to check some of those things. Also, you want to be on the lookout for this. A lot of us have this tendency to play with fire. We want to see how far we can go before we get burnt. That is not a wise thing to do. Now, your problem grows geometrically or exponentially if there is a gap in your marriage. If there's already something going wrong with your marriage and then you find yourself in this place, you are in trouble. You are in trouble because that gap in your marriage is going to make you think that this thing is better than what it actually is. All right? And if you don't know how serious the problem in your marriage is, this is also a wake-up call to you. The fact that you're falling for somebody else to let you know that this problem in your marriage is actually bigger than what it is. So maybe you are just minimizing the issues in your marriage, but maybe your emotional tanks are not being filled. And because of that, what is on the outside is taking on a sense of attraction that is more than what it actually is. Now, this is the one that I really want to talk about. Someone is saying, Pastor, I am already hooked on this person. I don't know what to do. I honestly think I'm in love with this person. That is how strongly I feel about this person. What am I supposed to do? I am already, see, it's not like I'm trying to get, I'm already in there. I think about this person when I wake up in the morning. When I lie down beside my spouse, I am thinking of this person. Pastor, what am I supposed to do? All right. Now, the first thing I want you to know is this. A lot of us, we give our emotions much more power than the emotions have. See, you can control your emotions. There seems to be this notion that we are powerless where emotions are concerned. That is not true. Because you think that, oh, this person, I must have this person is the one for me. God forbid, far be it from that person. What if the person dies? What if the person relocates? Suddenly you realize that this emotion that is so overpowering will go. See, let me break this down. Many of us that are married, in most cases, you did not marry the first person you fell in love with. Right? What does that tell you? That if you fall in love, you can fall out of love. And it is not a fatal thing. It is not that, I'm into this person. This is the end of the road. This is the end of the matter. That is not so. Please do not believe a lie. You need to let rational thinking take charge. You need to tell yourself, there is no future in this thing. There's no future in this thing. And like I said earlier, it's also that kind of thing that makes you check. Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling towards this person that is not my spouse? Is it that I am emotionally starved? Because you see, when you're emotionally starved, the grass always looks greener on the other side. And there's something I say about green grass on the other side. Green grass on the other side is an illusion. Maybe it's where you're standing and the way light is falling on that grass. And if that grass is actually green, it's because somebody is watering it. Okay, no, let me. And if it is green and nobody is watering it, it's probably not true. Maybe it's artificial grass. Because nothing just happens. All right? Nothing just happens. When you are emotionally starved, I can almost assure you that you will not be able to see clearly. And someone who is not seeing clearly cannot make rational decisions. So you may want to change how you see this person. You may want to put some distance between you and this person. That is emotionally. All right? I say this all the time. A fire that you do not feed will die. So there are things that you are doing that you need to stop. Stop sounding so familiar with this person. Stop being so friendly. Stop being so flirtatious. And you know the things that you say. When you are relating with someone that is not your spouse, and you are able to type stuff and do stuff with the person that you will be worried if your spouse found out, I can almost tell you, you're already in trouble. You are already in trouble. All right? Understand that the stakes are high. Find someone that you can be accountable to. Someone that can hold you in check. And some of these things will really help you. And if your temptation is too great for you, maybe you really need to move out of that environment. Maybe you need to move out of that environment. In closing, I want to say this. See, it's one thing to want somebody who does not want you. It's a different thing to want somebody who wants you. Now, this is what I say. This is the true test. If the person that you are falling for does not mind you breaking your marriage so that they can be happy, they are not the person for you. That person has weak character, that person is very selfish, and that is not the person to build a life with. Do not forget, if the person you are falling for is willing for you to break your own marriage and jeopardize the happiness of your spouse and of your children just so that they can be happy, that is not the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. I hope with these few points I've been able to help you. Until I come your way next time, keep your focus. Stay in your marriages. God bless you.